Okay, hi again, guys. It's me, Bruno. Okay, so today I want to talk about the Serena Williams fiasco or debacle or failure or whatever term you want to use. Okay? Yes, Serena Williams was wrong. That's the title of my video. And before I present my argument, I'm going to preface my comments by saying that I've been on the record saying that if Serena Williams was a man, she would be considered as the greatest athlete ever in any sport. If you see the longevity of her career, she's been playing for more than 20 years on top. She's been winning so many majors. I mean, she's been dominating the sport for more than 20 years. I mean, if you take in consideration the fashion, the style, the personality, all that she brought to the sport of tennis and to the sport in general, to me, she's the greatest athlete ever. And I'm a big Michael Jordan fan. But he was not great for more than 20 years. Let's just be honest. Sorry. So I wanted just to say that before I start my argument. I mean, I was in pain. I was mad, after the final because I watched the final. I've been watching tennis a long time. I mean, I go way back to Andre Agassi time. A lot of you don't know who Andre Agassi is or heard of him. I mean, I used to watch Andre Agassi when he had shorts, little shorts and long hair. That's how way back I go on tennis. So I've been watching tennis for more than 20 years. And what happened on Sunday, I've never seen it before. Never ever seen such a situation. And I saw a lot of situation in tennis games, but never such a crazy ending. Never ever. So I was upset. I went on social media and I expressed my frustration. And then I had a couple of days to think about it, And I arrived to this conclusion. Yes, Serena Williams was wrong. Now, you're going to say why? I'm going to tell you why. But before I start, I want to add one more thing. Tennis is one of the greatest sports in terms of equality. Women, men equality. Because we're always talking about equality. All women, they're not treated fairly. They're not treated equal in society in general. And it is the true in many cases, especially in the financial area. I think the average is, they say that women make 15% less or 20% less for the same job, same studies, like college degree, they make less money. That's a fact. And it's unfair. Yes, I agree. If you have the same education, the same training, the same position, you should make the same money. And tennis is, that I know, the only sport where women make as much as men, equal. The prize money in the Grand Slam for women and men is exactly the same. Ask football player. Ask women in any sport how much they make in comparison to men. They make nothing. So tennis is really a sport that is on top in terms of women rights and equality. Now, let's go down to the subject. Why Serena Williams was wrong. And it hurts me. It pains me to say that. But what she did was wrong. She was really emotional first. I never saw her like that. I saw her really emotional in the past, but I never saw her lose it like that. I mean, she had a meltdown. She had a emotional breakdown completely. She lost it. And let's be honest, the young girl, Naomi Osaka, she was giving her the business, okay? And I want to say that Naomi Osaka, she won fairly. It was a fair game. She won the first set 6-2. No conversation. And yes, in the second set, there was the debacle, the debate, the scandal. Personally, I've never seen a player lose a game in any ATP or any Grand Slam. I've seen a lot of time players lose a point or have some sort of penalty. It happens a lot, and that's normal. But I never ever saw a player lose an entire game. It was the first time. And especially in a Grand Slam final. Now, let's try to be reasonable and analyze what happened. Okay, Serena Williams got a warning because she was being coached. Okay, so her coach was making signals, and we can see that in the clips, in the different clips. And Patrick Mouratoglou, which is her coach, he's French, he admitted after the game that yes, he was coaching, which is forbidden during the game. So that's why the umpire, Carlos Ramos, or in Portugal, Carlos Ramos, gave her the warning. He said, "You're being coached." And Serena Williams said, "No, I'm not being coached," because maybe she didn't see the gestures that her coach was doing, but he was definitely trying to communicate with her. And it's forbidden. It's against the rules. And Carlos Ramos saw that, and he penalized her with 1 point. So she lost that game, and then the next game, she was talking to the umpire while she was sitting on her chair. And they went back and forth, and she said a lot of things that were, to me, unnecessary. She said a lot of stuff that were unnecessary and even ridiculous. She talked about her daughter. She said, "I'm not a cheater." She said, you're a thief. She said a lot of things that I don't agree. That is fair. That is normal to say. Now, do men do stuff like that? Because the debate is about the referee, the umpire was sexist. And I disagree with that. And I'm going to tell you why. I disagree because this particular umpire, I know him for a long time. As I was saying, I've been watching tennis for more than 20 years. Carlos Ramos, he is a hardcore umpire, meaning he goes strictly by the rules, by the book. Strictly by the book, and everybody knows that. Ask Rafael Nadal. Ask Novak Djokovic. Ask the Australian tennis player, Nick Kyrgios. Ask Andy Murray. You can ask a lot of top players, men, who had to deal with him. They will tell you the same thing. He's hardcore. He's tough. Rafael Nadal told him during the game, "You will never be an umpire on my game again." I think it was in 2016. Novak Djokovic complained about him in 2017 for the same reason. They got warning. They got penalized for stuff they said or for a foul. So he's not just against women. And when Serena Williams comes with this conversation of sexism, there she's wrong. Because there's plenty of example where he was hard on men player and top player. So it's not against female. He does the same thing with men. So I had to disagree with her argument that Carlos Ramos is sexist. Now, I know that people have been talking about racism and etc. etc. And of course I disagree. He's not a racist. Of course not. But people always want to take the debate with, race, the race card, especially in the US. So it was not sexism and it was not race. He's just a hardcore umpire who rules by the book. And I'm sorry for Serena, but she just lost and she was frustrated because the young Japanese girl, which her father is American, nobody says nothing about that. I wonder why. But Naomi Osaka just gave her the business. She just beat her. Now, I'm going to say again, I've never seen, that's true, I've never seen any player since I've been watching tennis who lost an entire game. An entire game, especially in a Grand Slam and especially in a final. That's incredible. I've never seen that. So I just wanted to say that yeah, she was wrong. She was really, really emotional. I don't know why. But even though she lost, I give Serena Williams a ton of credit. She was pregnant a year ago. She won her last Grand Slam. She was pregnant. Okay? I think she was 5 months pregnant when she won her last Grand Slam. She had a baby. She had complications. She almost died. And she came back. Wimbledon, she lost in the final. Her first Grand Slam back, she went to the final and she lost. She was not in shape at all. Now, the second Grand Slam, she loses in the final again. Okay, it's sad, it's frustrating, but she went to 2 finals in a row after being almost dead and having complication with a pregnancy. Just that, she has a lot of credit. She deserves a lot of credit. A lot of respect for that. But regarding the argument of sexism and racism, I don't agree with that. I say it's bullshit and it's an excuses.